Welcome back to Booze and the Rocks. My name is David Edwards, and today we are going to use one of these to make the Dirty Banana, which of course is one of these. But first, this. Alright, so let's get into it. The Dirty Banana is one of those cocktails that screams sexual innuendo. And of course, that screams the 1980s because that's when it became most prevalent. Now, it is also one of those cocktails that is very, very popular in the Caribbean islands. In fact, every island and every bar will have a slight variation on how they make it, what they put into it, or even the ratios that they put into it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my version of the Dirty Banana for you because let's get that banana dirty, shall we? So the first thing, of course, I need is I'm going to use my mixing glass, even though I have to blend this, is just so you can see what I'm actually putting in there. And I'm going to put in 2 ounces of rum in here. I'm using a Appleton Estate rum, and 2 ounces, of course, works into 60 milliliters. Now, the rest of the recipe is really simple because everything else you have here on the right would be 1 ounce or 30 milliliters increments. Now, this is Kahlua, which is a coffee liqueur. However, this is a sweeter coffee liqueur. Depending on how sweet you like your cocktail, you can choose to go with a slightly different one or one that accentuates the coffee a little bit more. So we need 1 ounce or 30 milliliters. And of course, we're going to do our favorite. You can't make it banana without adding some creme de banana. Now, I've got a McGuinness here. Unfortunately, everything is closed when I went looking to see if I could get a different type of banana liqueur. And of course, that's 1 ounce, 30 milliliters. Now here, we start to give it a little bit of cream. We're going to add 2 types of dairy. The first one, of course, is half and half, or single cream as it would be called in the UK. And again, 30 mils and all that sort of good stuff here. Now we're starting to get that darker coffee look, but this will slightly thin out a bit when I use some milk. Now, of course, I'm using a 2% milk because that's what's available, is what was at the store. I didn't have any 3%, and you can tell I'm from Ontario, Canada, because we have bagged milk, of course. And we need 1 ounce or 30 mils. And we're not done, because the next thing we need is our banana, and we got to get it all dirty. So one of the things you want to do is you want to just cut from the center, because our garnish is going to come from the center, and you want something that's about just shy of the width of your finger. Give this a slice down this way, a slice down this way, and what I'll do is I'll throw these directly into here. And of course, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add our alcohol and cream. Looking pretty good, looks a little odd. It's going to blend up, but it's not going to blend as smooth as I want until we add about 6 ounces of ice. And I'm going to use some crushed ice here. And then what I'll do is I will spend time in the blender here just to get it nice and blended quite nicely for us. And it's one of the reasons I've added 2 ounces instead of 1.5 is because you'll get a more dilution when you actually use your blender and you use crushed ice. And so we're going to blend this until smooth. Now, we have this interesting looking cocktail here, and I'm not going to use a hurricane glass because, or a tall glass. I want an interesting glass when I do this. And you know what? I want to garnish. But I'm going to make this dirty. I'm going to add a little bit of chocolate. Yes. And what we're going to do is we're just going to scrape some shavings directly over this. to give ourselves that dirty finished look. And we'll add our banana. A dirty banana. And we're going to call this short size, but this glass and its shape holds almost as much as a hurricane glass. Well, it smells good. You can smell the banana. You can't really smell the rum or the Kahlua or, well, you can smell banana. Let's see how it tastes. Very good. Very, very good. It's not super thick. It's not cloying with banana or fake banana taste. It's nice and sweet from the Kahlua and the banana, and the Appleton Estate's a good blend. Put a comment down below in the comments and let us know what kind of rum you would prefer to use. And you have to remember, whatever rum you use will also change the overall color. That's gonna, I'm gonna have another one of those tonight. If you don't like bananas, too bad for you. However, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the ingredients and the method of how to make this down in the description below. And if this is your first time to my channel, please make sure you hit the subscribe button. That way, every time I put up a new video, you get notified. But if you didn't like this video, you didn't find it entertaining or informative, and you don't like dirty bananas, hit the thumbs down button twice. And we'll see you next time. Drinks from island to island, you will have a different slate. A Bream's the 80s. Of course, that's when it came around. And being one of those things, that's really distracting. Hair, awesome music, and nothing but sexual innuendo. But of course, that innuendo really hasn't changed that much. So, I really need a script.